Morning. Vaval Central. We live on them.
We're definitely
Marine,
live. We're live on
Facebook,
every platform.
YouTube.
Absolutely.
And all platforms.
Yes, sir.
Claude Paul in the house, so Vaval Central start.
Certainly.
He gave them a shock yesterday. They call him emergency. You know,
celebrity move.
Yeah,
You can't show up at the same time.
He's testing his popularity to make sure you're not missed, you know. To make sure how missed you was.
Absolutely.
Tell you that's not the case at all. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone in Vaval Central land.
Welcome, Claude.
Yes.
Always a pleasure as we start another season. A pleasure here to drive the season on the Ultimate Carnival Show and to get it going. What we want to, straight off, as we see good morning yesterday, we wanted to say good morning to Bernadette Burns, the one and only, the legend. Thanks, Bernadette. Fantastic job in sharing yesterday. I meant to reach out to her. I want to do so today in sharing the good news and sharing the Vaval along with the Karen Tobia and all the other soldiers who were on there.
Andrea Leon.
Andrea Leon was very much there.
Was very much
We
there.
go through and shout them in a bit, but really Bernadette and Karen were on the signal early that they were on. Good morning to the tribe of 12, tribe of 12. I said Lucian, tribe of 12. They passed through by them last night, working late. Mark, Louis, and Sue, Irene, and the rest in the mass camp. Nice vibe. They in touch with Adrian, doing overseas and confirming that they will be having 3 kings and 2 queens this year for the king and queen of the bands. That aspect, again, turning out to be a spectacular and very impressive aspect of our carnival. Claude Paul is here. We're expecting Cedale. Mark Louis of Tribe of 12 will be here with us. He'll be joining us. And as we go through with the interviews and keeping abreast of the various developments with the bands. Claude, you touched on it yesterday, but the major developments, the state of readiness, you were sensing from your troops, the 10s first before you go into the actual competition. How is it looking for the weekend and indeed the season generally?
Well, Teddy, last night we had a Zoom meeting with our tent leaders, and everybody reported advanced state of readiness. Rehearsals are in place. And by the way, we see in our social media page with some evidence of the rehearsals, the behind-the-scenes edition of our social media thrust this year. This is one of our new things for CMMC. And so we're ready to go. I think Friday night, South Tent will be opening the batting, as we say, followed by KPT on Saturday and Sunday, TOT on Sunday, ahead of the big Whit Monday holiday on Monday. So it's going to be a bumper weekend, and of course, Fire One will follow in the following weekend. So all is in place, and I think from what I've been seeing in the background, attending rehearsals myself, the Calypsonians themselves are coming out strong. So I expect a very, very good season this year, Teddy.
And as far as preparations for all the judging, and you want to go again, you touched on it on a telephone interview, but the major new developments this year, there are about 3 of them at least, you want to outline and expand on for the public.
Yes, certainly the issue of collaborations, that is still allowed, but only as a single act, as a performance. So we do not, or the rules have been clarified to make it clear the rules have been clarified so that all persons are informed that you can either perform as an individual or as a collaboration. You can only be in the competition once, either as a collaboration or as an individual performer. That is very clear. We think that the rules always said that, but somehow it got exploited in the past. And all our efforts to try to curtail it failed, so we had to make that decision to make it very clear this year that multiple performances will not be allowed in the competition. This is one. The second one, Teddy.
And what is the thinking? What drove that?
Well, clearly we felt that people were taking advantage of a perceived loophole, and it was unfair to be in the same competition in more than once, appear more than once in the competition, and that certainly was not the intention of the rule. And so that has been made clear now, and so we are on the right road. In fact, if we check with other Caribbean countries, we would see that that's how it
That's what pertains there.
yeah, that's what pertains. And we did check with other places like St. Vincent and so. Yes, collaborations are encouraged, but not to have more than one person in the same competition. So that's quite clear.
Yeah. Looking forward to the season, the normal approach. You also mentioned yesterday briefly the Road March is a very important title. Last year, Desreal, in fact, defending that. What is the new development as far as the Road March is concerned?
Right. So we have thought about it, particularly on the heels of what happened last year, where there was some controversy after the announcement of the results about a song which was probably not considered. Now, being that as it may, what we decided this year is to put a registration process in place so that it is very clear which songs will be considered by the judges. And so, if you are interested in taking part in the Road March competition, you need to indicate this by registering. The forms, I believe, Teddy, will be out shortly. There's a meeting of CMMC next week to finalize the final details, and that will go out shortly after that meeting. And of course, Teddy, we also want to look at the method of judging the Road March. We're going to be tweaking it a bit to make sure it's more, it will bring about the correct result. Not that the results last year were wrong, but just to remove any doubt.
Streamlining the process.
Yes, for sure.
The process as far as that is concerned.
Yes.
Any attempt, any sense, people are always concerned about, yes, all the admin regulations, arrangements could be in place, but always concerned about the actual approach towards the material. Are you sensing that the writers and so on and the artists have been doing their homework in the off season, because ultimately they respect your admin rigidity and preparedness, but the material ultimately they're concerned about?
Well, I mean, from the soca side, I've seen a lot of offerings on YouTube and other places, postings, Instagram and what have you. So I think the artists are preparing themselves. I haven't heard a real standout song as yet, Teddy, but I think it's too early in the season. Maybe, as usual, persons holding their bombs for later. I don't necessarily agree with that approach, particularly in the soca, but more or less, something will emerge, Teddy. The music, always. Are
you saying you haven't heard a soca song yet?
Well, I haven't. Maybe I don't know. Have you?
I have. I've heard quite a few. I'm very impressed, particularly the groovy. Really,
okay.
Very
well, yes. Maybe I was thinking more of the Road March as we were on that same topic.
Yeah.
But yeah. Of course, the groovy. All of them are. A lot of them are impressive.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in the end to get to the final 10 groovy songs, the power is still unfolding, as you know.
Yes.
It will be quite a challenge for the judges as far as that is concerned, because to get the final 10, ultimately, very often there's heartbreak, good material that just cannot squeeze into the final 10. But in fact, the material really shaping up good. Of course, that brings to mind, of all the material shared online, there's some smacking of a little AI involvement and AI touch. You as a writer in your own right over the years, and now at the helm of the Carnival Music, your own take on the big monster now looming over called AI, and the use, the abuse, the overuse, the creative use, the legitimate use of AI, your own take on that.
Well, Teddy, generally I think we have to be moving with the times. AI is here to stay. I mean, not only
AI, artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, yes.
More mature listeners know what you're talking about.
Artificial intelligence, I'm sorry. Yeah, and I mean, even in your other endeavors, AI is very important. But it cannot replace the human aspect, the real creativity. And AI, the product you get out of AI depends on what you put into it. So I have no difficulty with the use of AI per se as a principle. Of course, you still have to come on stage and sing the song. You still have to have music that's played to it. So if AI is used as an assistant, as it is, in fact, it's an office assistant for many people at the management level. So, why not in the creative process, getting I myself, Teddy, have dabbled with it as an experiment. Not that I have any songs this year, per se. I have decided to stay away from that. But the point being, Teddy, if you have your own material, you can use AI to help shape it, to help refine it, to review it, and of course the musical aspect. One noted writer and former Calypso monarch said to me, he thinks AI is an important aspect of the development of our creativity, and he's encouraging people to use it. I wouldn't mention his name on air, but I was told that by a well-noted writer, a well-noted Calypso writer and former monarch.
A writer who's a former monarch.
Correct.
That's not the most difficult riddle.
Move along, Terry.
Maureen, we start a Vaval Central quiz. That's a nice first question. Every so often, Maureen, you give them that. That one not so difficult, eh? A writer, a competent writer, a respected
Terry,
writer.
moving along, my brother.
Bobby didn't think this one through.
Bobby, good, Bobby.
Bobby, you can't make them kind of
you go play
joke
Maureen and
about
I?
like Teddy,
Yeah,
you're crazy.
you go play. Anyway,
No, sir.
we won't prompt like yeah, we won't ChatGPT. We won't prompt
Yes,
the audience.
you have to
Exactly.
prompt. That's the point about AI. You need to prompt. Yes.
So we're speaking on artificial intelligence and the use of the technology, and how amazing we raised it 2 years ago. Here on the morning, actually did the exercise, saying that with one prompt within 5 to 6 minutes, you have a well-structured song, a decent song.
Yeah.
What it can do, what I think Barbados have jumped the gun on us one last year, is to ensure a certain minimum standard. Because AI is so good at structuring the song, you know, that at least they'll have good shape and good structure, and you won't have the lines, awkward lines, and so on in getting there. It could do well but the actual meat, the flesh, the little nuances and so that give the edge to Calypso still remains in the writer.
Exactly.
AI would give you what it does, collate all related material and give you, but the little intrigue that causes the difference, it wouldn't be able to pick it up, and so it's still left the writer to get the edge. You Calypso, you listen to many Maureen, a decent song is okay, that's all right song, but to really get the wow, you really need the knowledge. And we made the point yesterday, Trinidad and Tobago, clearly a lot of use being made there. We've detected it, and we wanted at the same time to congratulate our colleague Dwayne Menz, who is in Trinidad riding high with the song by Voice, I Can't Behave. And I'm saying, if at all AI was used, that only be Dwayne Men's secret, as he's admitted he does use AI, as you see, whether wisely and whether unfairly. And all the Trinidadian composers have admitted that they use it to assist in the production. As Voice himself said, once he got the song from Dwayne, he tweaked it to give it a little edge. There's some little hooks that will make the difference, and that's what it would get you over the edge. And so interesting as we see, to see how much use. In fact, a former member of the Calypso Tent, we have a lot of respect for him, Vaval, you mean Dragon Ball Z and these songs, was very popular in his time, migrated, and he's doing some fantastic use of AI in his compositions online on Facebook. Good morning,
yeah,
Duval.
I've seen it, yes.
Duval is, he was very popular and he's migrated. Had a lot of time for him. Good, nice, quiet character, but always made his contribution in an impactful way in South. And he's quickly, once an incident happens, an episode on Facebook, the next day he turns over an interesting tune. So very, very interesting. We also due to have today, we're having Tribe of 12 in the house. Your band, Maureen, Tribe of 12.
That's Maureen's band?
The band of the...
I didn't think so, Teddy.
That's a Pecan corner, you know. Maureen that as Pecan. Maureen knows her section. She likes Tribe of 12, but, Maureen, she blessed many bands. I think she blessed Tribe of 12 on the road yet. Not yet. But they'll be in. Mark Louis is here to speak about Tribe of 12 and their approach and their purpose. A band much talked about. They get a lot of ribbing from the more modern competitors, but they have an important role in the carnival, the tradition, the artistry, and they'll be here to tell us about it. C. Dale, your good friend, is here, and he has a good example this year of what we call sampling. Sampling a former Edwin Yearwood hit and having a great impact with Insane. We'll speak with him about that when he gets here, and lots more on this morning. T.C. Brown will be popping in too with two of his Calypsonians for this year, so a packed program going forward because the KPT are coming through soon. And we have a tune we had sent through Maureen, one of the tunes in his tent. We don't have it yet. We don't have it lined up yet. We'll have it a little later. But we're going to prove to Claude Paul, who seemed a little diffident, that there is lots of soca material. Who are you giving him this morning, Maureen? We ran Sly yesterday. Sly with great effect. That road song was really impressive. There's a young study Vaughan with one called Momentum, really with great impact, and lots of the artists coming through with good material. Shemi Jane, brilliant form. He was in here yesterday. A big comeback by Shemi Jane as a composer and performer. He really has lots of material lined up for this year. So as is our custom, you're taking some the music and then come back with discussion. Tribe of 12, KPT tent in the house, and also lots more to discuss. Claude Paul is here. Vaval Central on full steam, early start and getting to the meat of it. Claude Paul getting some products there for venturing into social media. The Kaiso fraternity have gotten some blows in the past for being archaic in their marketing approaches, and so they looking to acquit themselves in that regard and started on the different platforms, the social media, at a start in that direction to ensure the connection with different generations, and also that the information is all pervasive as it went through. You said the Monarch Desrel will be on the following weekend, right? In Fire 110.
No, yes, following weekend. That's right.
Maureen, who's to Claude Paul? We have quality music.
Certainly.
Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Tell them that they launching. Tell them bring the sound system. If your friends are friends, just bring them. But you want a friend, we gon' miss them. Tell them I can't wait for the carnival in me on the road. Everybody come, find your way. Come down to the city, the road is the old. It's every flag in this place, every rag in the air. Why you keep up the pace? Every rag in the air. Oh Lord, I can't resist this. Boy, the road full of sweetness. Can't play the mass alone. Alone, you welcome to witness. Witness a celebration. I'm back on all masterpiece. Beautiful misbehavior. Full of pretty girls like this. Oh, if the blind can walk, if the lame can talk, cause carnival's for everyone. We don't watch no face. Ladies belt in the waist. Tell them meet me by the waterfront. Tell the people I can't wait for the carnival in me on the road. Everybody come, find your way. Come down to the city, the road is the old. Every flag in this place, every rag in the air. Why you keep up the pace? Every rag in the air. Oh Lord, calling all who want to blame us. Revelers and masqueraders. Don't leave no one at home. Bring your family, bring your neighbors. Come see the bands parading in the city, making rounds. Come be a part of history. Come help we take over town. So if the blind can walk, if the lame can talk, cause carnival's for everyone. We don't watch no face. Ladies belt in the waist. Tell them meet me by the waterfront. Tell the people I can't wait for the carnival in me on the road. Everybody come, find your way. Come down to the city, the road is the old. Every flag in this place, every rag in the air. Why you keep up the pace? Every rag in the air. Oh Lord, I can't wait for the carnival in me on the road. Everybody come, find your way. Come down to the city.
Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Yo, minor, this year nothing can stop us.
Yeah. We get back to that song in a while. This little teaser from Marine. Good morning, Mr. Mark Louis, Mr. Tribe of 12, as we go through. He's known to be a composer in the past, you know.
Yes,
I still have a library of songs not released yet. You better believe it. Every day something happens and I simply go and I write it out.
Yeah. Mark Louis is one of the members. I saw him busy in the mass camp last night with Tribe of 12. Good morning to all our followers, our listeners, our viewers of Vaval Central. Spread the word, share the live that we on Vaval Central. And many persons not believing us. Is he all on already, Poppy? Eh? We tell him, no, you're not sticking. Eh? but Jazz was a pause, eh? Not so? We're ready to go. Mark, Tribe of 12, they tease you, they respect you, you get all different reactions. A big respect as the font of artistry and portrayal in carnival, tradition. But your bikini and beads friends tease you and say, boy, that's a lot of cloth, you know, in the hot sun.
We used to that.
Tell us, good morning, Beverly Skerritt, again, Karen, Tobia, Eril, and the rest of the team in the camp for Tribe of 12. Adrian spoke last evening. Keep up the good work. Tell us, Tribe of 12, where you at, what you stand for, as we take a little pause to greet some special people, Marine. The school tour, going through the CPMC team, going through all the influencers, continuing. We'll go through the schedule in a while. The school tour with great impact starting last Friday at the Methodist School. That's your old school, Bobby? Methodist School. I put school in my time, but we respect it. No, in my time.
You know, Jerry Colcott went to Methodist.
Accidents
and
happen.
Claude Paul.
Accidents happen. It was incidental. Let me tell you. So Methodist, and they went to the Dennery with Dennery Primary and Bellevue yesterday, and the tour continuing. We'll go through the schedule continuing today. A great response, products from the public and the schools. They're clamoring, they asking for the tour to come their way. Very good development as far as making the carnival more pervasive and all-embrace. Mark Louis, tell us where Tribe of 12 is at this year, what you stand for, what you're doing, what are we to look for. Tell us tell us your principle first, what you stand for.
The band stands for, as you always say, preserving the true art form of carnival. That does not mean we are against change, because changes are a must. As I've explained to somebody last night, there were new materials. When I first played mass, there were hardly any feathers. It's basically cloth and maybe leaves. But now things have changed, so you must get involved. But we still want to portray what we call the authentic carnival, where you see your theme, we translate it as best as we can for the public to view, and for every member in the public to understand what we are portraying. We still believe it's an art form that you must try your best to be hands-on, because you can import everything. But by doing that, eventually you lose the essence of what we call the mass camp. The mass camp was an important, I call it cultural area. For most carnival lovers. You came there, you laugh, you chat, you drink, you get drunk. You also get vexed people too. But you made lifelong friends through carnival, friends that you will never forget the things that they said, the jokes that they made, the errors that they committed also. So for us, that is what we want to preserve, because in this day and age, it's important that we keep groups going, we still keep harmony among people, and therefore 12 seeks to do that. We are also taking a new component from about 2 years ago, more community involvement. In fact, this year we engage
that's the band Tribe of 12.
Right. Persons who are doing the CXC in creative arts.
Okay.
And there's a Form 3 or 2 Form 3s from Antribo Secondary School that we helped them along. They visited our mass camp, and their assignment was to complete some aspects of carnival, which they successfully did. As far as I'm aware, yesterday was the last day for them, and they all produced something that we are proud. We want to continue that. In fact, I recall having a discussion with Adrian about 2 or 3 weeks. I said, perhaps the time has come for us to develop a school where people could learn to build things. Because one of the advantages 12 has is that nearly all of us were in mass camps before, and we learned the basics of building a costume, the basics of cutting, designing. We learned it. And I felt the time has come that perhaps we ought to be teaching that to other bands. So notwithstanding the fact that you would import something, but you can alter it because you know how to do it. Yes. You can visualize the thing even before you see it. So we want to at least encourage that still. We still believe it is something that we must maintain in our carnival. and we're trying our best to keep it.
Indeed, a measure of the evolution, some say the devolution of Carnival, is that the clamor every year was for Mascam space. Remember, Poopy?
Yes.
Always a clamor for the authorities to get... That has become a non-factor now because Tribe of 12 perhaps the only one with a serious mass camp, you know. So the issue of mass camp space is a non-issue now. I noticed that last night when I saw Tribe of 12 busy in the mass camp, building away for production of the mass. What is the theme this year, Mark Louis?
The theme for the band is gold. Gold, that's basically what it is. And to that we have added the envy of man's the glory of man's desire. Gold, that element that everybody wants, that everybody strive for. And in fact, when we thought of it more, I realized kingdoms and societies and civilization has rose because of gold. They have even died because of gold. Individuals to want it because it's a store of wealth. There's also a social and emotional component to it. So the band is taking its revelers and the public general into that journey of gold, what it meant. And we want to portray as best as we can the splendor of gold, not the negative side. Because there have been negative aspects to gold mining, slavery, and a whole lot. But we want to portray the positive side of gold, that thing that we desire, that we love to see, that we put around our necks from as little children. Our great-grandparents had that gold reserved there for you, for your first communion to put on your gold chain, your gold neck. You know how it is already. So we want to bring that out this year. And our revelers are actually taken up with it because we really want to portray it in a way that everybody understands. The revelers, the bystanders, the judges, everybody in Calypso, everybody in Carnival, everybody generally the mass would understand it.
Yeah. What are the sections this year, Tribe of 12?
This year we are going with 6 sections. We're not going with too many. And it takes us through a journey, almost a historical journey, because as I call the sections, you can relate them to different historical eras. For example, one of the sections of the band, we call it Zuma Gold, but it's just a shortening for Montezuma.
Okay.
And all of us know the history of the Aztec kingdoms. All of us who did West Indian history know that is where the Spanish and the Portuguese fought for enslaved persons. And one of the things they wanted was gold, that gold. In fact, persons are still searching, when I last checked it, for Montezuma's gold. Some people say it's somewhere in Arizona. Some people say it's somewhere down in Bolivia. But I want to tell you that gold is in solution, which you will see on Carnival Day. We will bring that Montezuma gold face to face, where you can touch it, where you can see it in its beauty and in its splendor, and well defended by the Eagle and Jaguar Society of Aztec Kingdom. So that's one of the sub areas we have. Another one we have, we call it Shiva Gold. And one of the earliest civilizations was the civilization of the Indus Valley in India. And those persons, they were master craftsmen. They were very good at designing, beating gold, and whatever material you have, jewels, they could have made something to it. In fact, and most of the deity are well decorated with gold. So we want to bring that again for us to see in Sancho, that goal of that particular civilization, the Indus Valley civilization and India generally.
Right.
There's another section which most of us associate with because of the tribe, but we never really saw it as an area that produced gold and gold looks. That is ancient Ghana. So we have a section called Asante, not Ashanti, because Ashanti is the English for Asante. So we have a section called Asante Gold, and again you're going to see the beauty of what the ancient of Kingdom of Ghana produce. It's gold works. And more importantly, there's a very, what I call, interesting historical aspect to it. Because when the English fought the Ashanti warriors was for gold. And a very important piece of gold called the golden stool, which they wanted because they felt that the Ashanti strength came from that golden stool. And there's a history behind that. The golden stool descended from the above.
Right.
And we were trying to capture that again in a way that we could see, we could appreciate.
Yeah, sounds like a very interesting portrayal. What numbers are you looking at?
We're looking at in excess of 200.
Okay.
Because from all indications, our foreign contingent is growing.
I hear some Martinican institutes.
Yes, it is true. We have spoken to them. They have spoken to them. They have actually visited us. So the indications are they will arrive.
Right.
I can't tell you in what numbers,
Right, yeah.
but clearly our foreign contingent will be increasing.
And that Tribe of 12 with Martinique now came out of an earlier exchange. You all went over to Martinique?
Yes, we went to exchange. In fact, we have been having exchange visits with French.
Right.
For the past couple of years, we have been going to Guadeloupe. But 2 years ago, the Martinicans invited us, and arising out of that exchange, where we took our costumes, we explained what we are doing, they love it.
Right.
And they visited us, and consequently, we're expecting to see the fruits of that labor.
Yeah, fair enough. You'll go in and the numbers are ready there. Tell persons ask, how does one join Tribe of 12? And Claude and I had a discussion in earlier platforms and fora. You could, and I mentioned to Adrian too, surely with all the noise and the demand for more artistry, more traditional mass, more real meaning in carnival, the pressure is on the public, some of the vociferous, outspoken public, to go to Tribe of 12 in greater numbers, Claude, not so? For all, I think Tribe of 12 doing their part, fantastic portrayal and mass, they're pushing it. But the public, put more than the lip service to join in greater numbers. We see it in Trinidad and so on, where all the mature folks are in the band playing their mass to come there. We'd like to see some greater numbers going towards Tribe of 12 for all the effort and for all the advocacy about traditional mass.
I think, Teddy, it will eventually happen, but it's a slow process that we must carefully build and nurture. Because, for example, when you look at Trinidad, you're right. I mean, when you look at All Stars and the demographics of it, a band in excess of 15, 20, sometimes as much as 30,000 on the Tuesday. But those persons grew in a culture where it was normal to play mass until you can't play.
Right.
Unlike St. Lucia, by the time you turn 40, people think you should not be playing mass.
Well, a lot of
I dormi, man.
Yeah,
Sorti la.
I remember old man McNamara,
Oh, yes.
the reason for the formation of Legends, on the road as an 80-year-old, Richard Peterkin type, comfortable in the mass. With this ageism across St. Lucia, Poppy, we hardly have any pan man in St. Lucia 35 years. It's difficult to find them mid-cities. So the youngsters play through the 20s when they're tired of it and gone. There's not that maturity and stability. And across life in St. Lucia, that people, football, you have the veteran side, the experienced part of a Shamrock team, guys in their 30s moving on along with the youngsters. But now, by the time guys are 28, 29, the retirement is a problem. So the lack of revelers of that age is not surprising.
It's not surprising, but as I said, gradually I am seeing in trickles, not droves yet, not large quantities. For example, there are a few persons I saw and I knew drummed just for fun for a couple of years. But they're now turning into the 50s, the 60s, and I've seen them gradually moving.
Right.
And it's up to us to create that environment for them, make them welcome. And that's what we are trying to do over the years. And as I said, it is going to happen eventually. But the question is, given the cost of producing a carnival band, do we have the time and the energies for it to reach there? But it is going to happen gradually. Persons, by the time you reach 50, 60, you still want to jump. And clearly you look for a place where you don't have to hurry up and down the road because the music is too fast for you. You still want to chip and take it easy.
Yeah. Interesting. Speaking of Mark Lee, Tribe of 12, we still have C. Dale in a bit. T.C. Brown and his KPT will also be here. And Claude Paul is in the house talking all things carnival. Interesting discussion. We're speaking about the music and the release of it, the quality of it. Here's one example, a young Impulse band and a revelation so far of the season. We did have Yvonne, the lead vocalist, who is in fact among the persons releasing early music. Let's hear from him as far as his release, which has really caused us still so far. Claude Paul has not heard it. We know he'll be impressed.
Yo, Minor. This year, nothing can stop us. Can't slow us down. What we tell them? No, 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 no. We eyes on the prize. This year we STK, no more wasting time. Right now we elevated. Tell we keep people, no, no, not today. Nobody can stop it. So put your hand in the air, tell them they can't stop us now. They can't slow us down. Can't slow us. We there on a mission. Tell them what's this transition. Can't stop us now. They can't slow us down. We focus in one direction. We moving with good momentum. We there on a mission. Can't stop this momentum. What's this transition? Can't stop this momentum. We there on a mission. distraction, phone on silent. Dreams too loud, so the noise get quiet. Every setback takes me higher. Jealous people feel my fire. We there on a new road. Confidence in overload. Nobody can stop me. So put your hand in the air, tell them they can't stop us now. They can't slow us down. We there on a mission. Tell them watch this transition. Can't stop us now. They can't slow us down. We focus in good direction. We moving with good momentum. We there on a mission. Can't stop this momentum. Watch this transition. Can't stop this momentum. We there on a mission. Can't stop this momentum. Watch this transition. Can't stop this momentum. No, 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 no. Can't stop us now, can't slow us down. We there on a mission. Tell them watch this transition. Can't stop us now, can't slow us down. We there on a mission. Tell them watch this transition.
Tune, Claude Paul. Let's tune, Claude Paul. Let's tune.
The problem, Teddy, maybe I did not recognize that as a local song.
You're right.
I probably heard it,
on YouTube.
and I
TC
say,
Brown.
what?
Morning, TC Brown, Blaze.
I heard it.
That
You're right.
statement,
I heard it.
that
I
statement from Claude Paul there, that is a separate program by itself. You heard
Yeah.
Claude Paul there? When Claude
I
Paul,
know you didn't miss
the
it.
guru of Calypso in St. Lucia guiding the progress, saying he heard a song, but it sounds so good, he didn't think it was from St. Lucia. You heard that, TC Brown?
That's on the rhythm, that's on the album.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
TC Brown, I heard Claude Paul being honest. I remember somebody making a statement about C-Dale. Big up yourself, C-Dale. Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that tourist board, I won't call the name. So that song is St. Lucia, and that's why I like that song. I didn't know. And then
That says a lot.
Greedy Joe by Mishak. Somebody said that's a St. Lucian song all the time.
Yeah.
Almost an admission to us by us that we're not of good quality. That an indictment in itself, eh?
Yeah.
That
Well,
when you hear
well,
good music.
it could also mean that we up our game. And
Right,
Yeah, well,
we
I'm
standard.
starting with that and
Yeah,
going there.
we
That it
standard
means that the
now,
standards so good
Yeah.
now international.
Yeah.
Because for decades, these same people making the honest statement,
Yeah.
we had an inferior standard as in
Yes.
our mind and in the material.
Yes.
You know. So if we're feeling a song sound international now, that's good. You know.
So why?
Please come
why-
close to the mic anytime.
So why it still feel like we having a Trinidad carnival?
Well, it's for you all the composers to decide that.
No, but because I telling you that for the last 3 years, I go to February carnival in Trinidad. I come back here and it's still Trinidad music I hear, and we have good music.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, only Trinidad music I hear in Trinidad for carnival. 10 days in Trinidad, and it's Trinidad music alone.
Yeah.
Why is it that when we come back to our country, our carnival coming, and we still hearing is Trinidad music alone they pumping, and where the local music?
No,
and they have local music, you
Oh,
know.
it looked like that man had that on his chest.
Yeah,
for a
boy,
while.
Blaze. That like 7 years Blaze has to drop that boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It looked
because
like he had that on
it's
his
time
chest
we have
for a
a
while.
No, hear that,
it is
hear that.
time we have a St. Lucia carnival.
He can't be talking about Marine because Marine's the champion of local. All the artists here. Right. No, hold on.
Marine look
But
at you on
Marine's
the
so
side
good.
there, yeah.
Marine's so good. Marine back broad. She turned around and she said, "You see, I haven't started this morning there." But Blaze, valid point that we have to play our local music.
Yeah,
but in
man.
fairness to all Caribbean, the region.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
There's
with
a
the conversation,
tradition
Listen,
that hold on is an exchange because you want Teddyson
Yeah,
song play over
we
there
don't
too.
do- exactly.
Right. So, but the February you mentioned, you're being honest. There's a kind of understanding that Trinidad as a maker, when the carnival around, you kind of the music get a blind. You know what I'm saying? Because our carnival not around then.
Spills
And
over.
in
Yeah,
fairness, it's for the growth and the exchange too. That you hear voice, you hear this, you know, comparison.
Yeah, but
that doesn't take away from Blaze's point that we have to play our local.
dominating our country.
Not during our carnival though.
Really?
No. Stop.
But I don't
Yeah.
know who you
Stop.
listen
Let's
to
stop
around the
there.
time. But that's
TC
a
Brown.
you issue if you listen to
During
somebody else.
carnival
expecting
time,
somebody
our
else.
music playing.
Yeah,
TC, come
yeah,
on.
no,
Yeah.
no.
You know, I understand.
Well,
I understand
TC
both.
himself, huh?
No,
Yeah,
I understand. I understand both sides because I understand what they feeling. You know, because you get that feeling too. Especially sometimes you go in feds, and you get that from the DJs. You do no. They have the.
I said we're not taking away from
his
Blaze's
comments-
point. Blaze's point.
His
is-
comments we need to take serious.
Yeah, no,
we need to
listen.
take
The
serious.
pressure must
Not
continue
taking it.
to play our music. You know.
Don't just take it lightly. I think what we have to learn from his comment is let's do better.
Right. Let's play.
Go on YouTube. St. Lucia Soca Views and the lowest
Fix
in the
it there,
region.
Mike.
Right.
Compared to Grenada, St. Vincent, we got smaller
And that bigger
population.
population. No, we have to pause that point.
That conversation will go along. I don't think you'll have time for that. So but it's points it's things we need to take seriously.
I want to apologize to Teddy this morning. Teddy, I know you wasn't expecting that.
Not me. I don't play music. No. That's frank discussion. I'm not an announcer on the air.
No.
But
I mean, I understand.
But I'm saying we need to the point here by Private 6, the original Private 6. What's the new name now? Private
KB official.
KB official. By Private 6.
No, 6 and 7. No,
Yeah, that's really illegal. Yeah, that's true.
And it's not a private anymore.
Yeah.
He's now
official.
He's now official.
Yeah.
You know?
Good point. But the measure, 2 points. Private 6 stumble on an important point. CDL come through. CDL, we want you in there. An important point that an indisputable measure of the popularity of music in the industry is YouTube views. That is an important measure. YouTube views. So we're debating, healthy debate as to whether the music been played enough, when it should be played, the local music. Big up yourself, CDL CMA.
But in defense also.
So he's saying St. Lucian. So that goes beyond the announcers.
Right.
That is St. Lucian's support of St. Lucian music.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Private 6 says that we have the lowest views. Our population is almost 3 times sometimes
exactly
that of Grenada and Vinci and them. Yet on YouTube we have much less views. That means St. Lucian's not in the music.
And I can attest to that because I have a
come
tune,
close to Mike.
I can attest to that because I have a tune on YouTube, right? So come on. So come on has about 60-something thousand views in 6 weeks. And the viewership in St. Lucia is only 1.5%.
Okay.
Yeah. So see there, the take on that Private 6 is important. He's not just talking in a vacuum. He's saying that the support, forget announcers, we get into that. Announcers and radio announcers, I find in our Vaval, they play the music. They play the music. Chopman, you can't complain that you're not getting played. I'm serious. You're getting played, right. But the point by Private 6 that generally, throughout the year, as music goes, we have the lowest views. You confirm that, Cyril?
Yeah, I agree. But
how we have 3 times the population. YouTube is you on your phone, your device. You go and love your music, and we have the least views of all these little islands.
Yeah,
so forget the government and authorities. As I keep saying, and Marina and them on the radio. You, the people, saying Lucian that where them?
I have a theory that I don't think we love our culture as much as we say we love our culture.
That's why I tell Mark. I see Mark.
I'm not sure because
they cry.
Whenever anybody says anything, the first thing I do is look at myself. I've always said I must always look at myself first to see. I've been in this thing for a very long while. I love, but as he's right, I hardly or seldom, especially when it's carnival, go and look at it on YouTube and watch a St. Lucian artist.
Yeah, but
I'm just asking myself, why do I do it?
Yeah.
Right.
See, they're coming.
Why do I do it?
Yeah, so
yeah.
I hate to do the comparison thing, but I have to. We've seen how Dominica and Dominicans support their music, their artists, St. Vincent, Grenada. It seems to be something that is really ingrained in their culture. And I really have to dig deep to understand. So for instance, when you compare Buyo to Denry segment, for instance, Buyo is something that has gone through about 2 or 3 generations. So somebody in Grenada, in Dominica, their grandmother raised up on Buyo. Denry segment is relatively new to St. Lucia. So my grandfather did not listen to Denry segment growing up. So it's not as culturally relevant to him. Whereas in Dominica, the Buyo is culturally relevant to them. We span in 3 generations.
That pertains to Dominica, but Vinci and Grenada.
Vinci and Grenada, I could probably make a similar argument. No. Maybe Grenada, Jab has been there forever.
Yeah, but not in that form, not in that kind of.
Yeah,
maybe not in that form. It had to evolve.
No, but the interpretation of the whole
Jab
culture was there before. It was there, maybe not recorded.
Yeah,
right. It was there.
By the time the music comes around, you could resonate to where it came from. The drums, the conch shell. All of these were things we did back then.
My point is, sometimes the comparison may be a little unfair because our genre is a little newer than the others. But with that being said, we still need the support. Like Private 6 said, I made that observation this year, and I've been monitoring the views from St. Vincent in particular. Yeah. I've watched songs come out, and in 2 weeks,
Right.
25,000 views.
Right.
And
In Lucia.
in St. Lucia, I released a song. It by all accounts,
are good.
it's doing well.
Right. And
Then you go on YouTube, and it doesn't seem as
Right.
it's doing as well as you would
views?
think.
How many views in Sin so far?
Right now, I'm at what, 16 or 17,000
Wow,
views,
wow.
right?
After-
and this
after
is
2 months?
after 2 months,
Wow,
and that's
wow.
with
And that's a big-
extreme promotion,
And a very and a big song by all accounts.
right?
In the
And I've
vibe.
been promoting that song hard, and it seems as if people are taking long to catch on. Now, there's a lot of dynamics we have to take into consideration. With St. Lucia Carnival, it's preceded by a big festival, which is the Jazz Festival.
That's a major factor now.
The Jazz Festival takes up a lot of attention, and sometimes it distracts people from the music. But again, we need to figure that out. I've always said that we need to figure out how we integrate Carnival into the jazz, because as jazz is done, Carnival is on. We are already in the middle of May. They're asking for Soca Monarch submissions.
Right.
The deadline is next week.
Right.
I think the majority of the artists have not even performed their songs yet.
Right,
So it's hard to now determine. If I have 2 songs that I'm
Right.
not
Which one
sure
are you
about,
gonna do it?
Yeah.
I need to perform it to understand
Very
what
valid
the
point.
crowd
Very
is
valid
gravitating
point. Very valid
towards.
point, yeah.
So it's like it's rushed. Next thing we know, we're in June already, you know.
Yeah.
And then Carnival on us.
No, that's no fault of the Carnival people. Because
No, I'm not saying that.
That's-
This
no.
is just the current
I'm not-
dynamic of St. Lucia.
Right.
So we need to figure it out as a Carnival fraternity, how we going to remedy that situation. Because it really is affecting the Carnival, and it, what I think it does too, it doesn't get the ground involved. Once the ground is not involved, that's a problem.
You alluding that jazz block, as good for the country, we all embrace it and it's fantastic. It happens to be a clamp down of space that's blocked there, where the carnival will be growing and taking root.
Right.
There's a big jazz block, from
but-
sponsors to music to
we could come here and make a lot of excuses for our Lucian people, but that going back a long time, because when you look at the average person, do they really consume their own music? And that is not a now thing.
That's the question,
I think I'm around town long enough to know that it's not a now thing.
Yeah, but TC, give them that.
Enough Lucians, we don't consume what's ours.
But TC, initially
you know?
they had the excuse of the quality not good, the recording
And all
not
that,
good.
we've
Before.
heard all that.
That's
always an
Yeah.
excuse. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've always been an excuse. So now to come with the,
We would say jazz.
because jazz and
And I
because
had-
it's almost like
yeah.
looking for another excuse
Right.
for
I had
our
that-
lack of following our people and loving what's ours.
I recently
You
had
know,
that discussion.
and
Somebody
that is where it's at. We need to consume our stuff.
Right.
We need to consume.
Most
our
people hear the songs for the first time at the semi-finals.
Yeah,
So imagine if we have about 150 releases so far. How can a DJ make all these songs popular in 1 month or 2 months?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah, yes,
And
not.
then I always
Certainly.
make the point here, Marina, made it to you. The fantastic, super phenomenal Clock Out, an iconic tune by all things, only took root in that cultural center at the semis, you know.
Yeah.
That is where that song connected with the St. Lucian public, you know. Your point, Cyril, there. And that's, I'm not, there's no blame for any one particular person, that is the calendar and so. But the people, we St. Lucians, let's deal with it now. The point, Blaze, every year, I do legacy, and people, after every walking out, Teddy, we didn't need these foreigners, huh? Teddy, our fellas were so good every year, Marine.
Yeah.
Why we bring them
Yeah.
foreigners? But let
Put on
Teddy
a
do
full
on
local
a legacy
show,
with
show.
full
I
local.
Look at
Right.
the response. That's exactly
Not a
what
ticket
I
sell.
said.
And see
Yeah.
But you know what, Blaze? Not a ticket would sell. They say, but it's a chorus every year. I tell you about them foreigners. You know,
Yeah.
fellas, this year I've been destroying them, going out everybody, respected people. People don't know. Boy, why you them for our fellas who better? Our fellas, but they won't
Yeah.
come.
But
They
they
won't
will
come.
come.
They
I
won't
want to produce this show, but I want to remind you all KPT's on Saturday. You know?
Yeah.
That's what we really coming for.
That's
you
right.
know?
The condition good.
So I don't want us to
You
stay
sold,
and
you
be
sold,
producer
you
and all
sold,
that.
you sold a few tickets already. No, but you get your audience will not turn off by now. You keep them there. Eh?
It's Kaiso weekend, you know. That's how we come
Yeah,
in.
another story.
You know.
And Blaze had done pump up for 2 more points already. Blaze is ready for a discussion.
Yeah.
But
That's
let me
on
do-
his chest a while.
Yeah,
you know.
let me
That's on his chest a
no,
while.
Blaze has always been a soldier fight, you know. Not on the stage alone. Nobody in St. Lucia. Blaze has been campaigning all the time for more respect, more. Let's do KPT and we're coming back to the discussion because we're segueing to CDL. That insane tune, boy, gone insane. That insane tune there. Let me tell you a little point. Here's how music goes. CDL Sime, outstanding artist, one of the best soca out of St. Lucia, called Pandemonium. That's one of the best tunes ever out of St. Lucia. Trinidad to big up to answer in court how that didn't become big in the country. I don't understand, you know. But CDL has a tune called Insane where legally allowed, he has sampled a few lines, a hook line called Insane from a popular Edwin Yearwood from years ago. You know the beauty of that? That the generation 30 and down, the young lady with the camera there, CDL, they do not know the initial tune. So to them, that is a CDL hook. You see what I'm saying? CDL's been honest, he explained it's a sample, you're not hiding anything. But you know, Poppy, your daughter doesn't know Edwin Yearwood tune. So to him, that's a fantastic hook created by CDL. No matter how and so that's the beauty of the sampling if well done, especially if generation gap, you know. We'll play
that's the science they've used in the music industry for quite a long time. Yeah. We see it in pop, we see it it's a technique that's been used because we know music doesn't die.
Right.
You know, and I think the good thing about CDL's song is that Edwin is on that same rhythm as well.
He's blessed it.
Creating his own vibe, so it really sells it.
But my point, this is that
well done again.
Normally a sampling is done, you have popular song, anybody, the Bee Gees, anybody, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that's a sample.
Yeah.
My further point is that in the CDL case, the soca fans, the undercities, don't even
they
know
don't
that's
have
a
a
sample.
clue. Yeah, they don't have a
so
clue.
credit to CDL.
So
you know?
we're going back to
KPT, right? KPT Calypso. Go on TC Brown and Blaze.
Well, we're on. You know, it's Kaiso season. Let me big up the South 10. They'll be the ones opening the bowling on Friday.
You're picking up Vaval Central first for starting.
Yeah, well, you know, Vaval Central is where it starts. Yeah. And I was happy that you guys really kick it off early this year because you know the importance of the program. And big up Iowa, same speed.
Wait,
you know, the general, you know we miss you.
As we do.
But big up yourself, take care of yourself. You know we love you. And so we're happy to be here on Vaval Central. Big weekend. We want people to support the tents, not just KPT, but support the tents. I mean, if the tents could put the price down at $25. There's no show in St. Lucia you could get $25. Right. And the whole reason for that is because it's a series of shows. And we want the patrons to be able to afford it and to come out. But really the show is worth $150. Because you're looking at a full band, live music, 12 artists on stage. In KPD case, we're looking at almost 13 or 14 people. Because we this year we added soca to our vibe. So that's normally the tents take a break. We get rid of that break. We get rid of that. We call it a transition now. So we live inside and we go outside. And the soca stars like KB Official who joined the KPT Soca now. They get to showcase their soca music on that in that same kind of family of Kaiso people who probably would not normally go to a soca show, but they would get to experience soca. So we're encouraging people to come out and support the tents this weekend. So it's Friday, South Tent, Saturday, KPT, Sunday is TOT. So it's a packed weekend of endless Kaiso.
We're talking about KPT now.
Right, yeah. Give me KPT cast, Blaze.
Boy, KPT cast, Blaze, TC Brown, Kitina. We have Mystic, we have Des Chatel, we have...
Right.
Yeah, we have Des Chatel. We have Blackberry. We have Divine. We have Hyper. We have KC. We have Anwa. We have Realist.
Anwa boy?
Yeah, man.
Copyright.
Anwa. And then we have Kitina. We have the Soca Boys. We have KB Official. We have Slot. We have Scrap Money. We have Honorable, and the list goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a packed show. When I tell you have a packed show, it's going to be nice, it's going to be cozy, it's going to be of international production.
Right. Your production has been strong and your voices have been strong this year.
And speaking of voices, well, big up to you. I guess we'll owe you a little copyright for snatching Anwa, because I remember walking into Legacy. And on the line, I heard this guy pelting, where are they now? Coming and everybody looking at me like, but how we hearing you on the line, you know? And I myself wondering what's going on because the person really pelting some serious notes, only to find out it was Anwar on stage. And folks kept coming to me and telling me, boy, you'll need to snatch this guy in KPT. I spoke to him after the show, and he was like a little tiptoe. I tell him, no worries, I'll call you in the morning, and I'll explain, the operations of KPT, and you'll tell me if you really want to join KPT. And he took the bait. Yeah. He's now on. He has 2 solid songs. Wow. I placed him with a solid writer. Actually gave him the same path that I got. Right. So I put him with Face Calix. Okay. So he'll be singing 2 of Face's songs. And he's super excited. I think he's ready. I heard him in rehearsals.
A great development.
I did some work with him in studio as well to make sure that he had everything he needed to make that step on the Kaiso stage. So we'll be presenting him on Saturday, and we look forward to his performance.
No, vocally you've been arranged almost on that tent. You don't joke with the vocal talent and ability, and the writing and the content improving all the time to get KPT. Big up yourself, Blaze and TC. The tent has grown, and I know you're doing a lot of work in the off season.
Yeah, and Shanga Pro is giving a lot of services, to KPT.
A big sponsor
because we bring all the artists into the studio and
studio.
Find the key.
Right.
Find the key and have them and a demo and themselves, yeah.
I love that. Kitina is back. We have her back on Kaiso stage. Oh, she took
the Soca Diva.
So she will be at both stages, both Kaiso on the Soca. So tell them about how you're feeling, Kitina.
Well, I'm excited to be back for Calypso because I took like 2 years break. So I'm actually
you did well in the Soca, not Submarine? She did well in the Soca.
I was in the semi-finals last year and the year before that. So, I enjoy the Soca, but I'm doing the Calypso this year. I have 2 Calypsos, one written by Blaze and the other one written by Kefi, the Gallop Master. That's Soca Psycho.
Oh, the great Psycho.
The Great Psycho wrote one for me and Blaze wrote the other one. So I'll be performing these 2 on Saturday evening with KPT.
The voice still good? You ready for them?
Of course we there.
Give us a hook line from one of your popular soccas. Huh? Just let them remember who you are. One of your popular soca tunes.
I think my most popular soca tune will be Big Woman, eh?
Yeah, let's go. Give us a hook line.
That was 2019.
Ashanti alone, let's remember all this song.
I think it goes.
Hold the voice. We're going to a break and we come back with
all right.
Certainly. Our time is now 2 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, and that time is brought to you with the compliments of Ferent's Ice Cream.
I'm feeling for something special, something good, something tasty, something smooth. When I think about all the flavors I can savor, I gotta have Ferent's Ice Cream.
I wanna have, I need to have a flavor that makes me glad, but the way I feel, it must be Ferent's Ice Cream. Chocolate coated ice cream bars, creamsicles I gotta have. Give me some fat-free yogurt, I need
Ferent's Ice Cream.
Ferent's Ice Cream.
It's so delicious. Ferent's Ice Cream.
Ferent's
tastes so good. Ferent's Ice Cream. Whoa, I gotta have it. 'Cause only the best will do.
Ferent's Ice Cream, bringing back delicious memories.
Feel the vibes? Embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival. Nothing sweeter than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to KPT Grand Opening, Saturday, May 23rd. KPT, in collaboration with CMMC, presents The Art of Kaiso, Season 5. Yes, it's our 5th anniversary celebration, a blue and white affair. 2 shows in one. Experience the power, culture, and storytelling of Kaiso on the inside. Then we transition outside for high-energy vibes and pure Caribbean culture with KPT Soca. Saturday, May 23rd, National Cultural Center, 8:30 p.m. Featuring Blaze, Mystic, Blackberry, Kitina, Divine, TC Brown, KB Official, Scrap Money, and more. A night of quality Kaiso and high-energy soca. Backed up by Invasion Band with Brass. Tickets $25. Saturday, May 23rd. Kaiso Pro Stand, KPT Soca. Keep people talking. Sponsored by Shanga Pro, Blue Select, Barbe Limited, Heineken St. Lucia, the Government of St. Lucia, WeTV, and ES Productions.
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with creamery now.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties Ice Cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris-Benz man who sells the best for less in so many colors. He is a Harris-Benz man for a better pay and a better price. Check the little man for some soft advice. Get your training inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris-Benz. Get your training inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris-Benz.
Every step tells a story. Every stride brings hope. Join the St. Lucia Arthritis and Lupus Association for Strides for Lupus 2026 under the theme Stronger Than Lupus on Sunday, May 24th. Be part of a powerful movement as we walk from Courts Marisol to Pigeon Point, raising awareness and showing support for those living with lupus. Assembly begins at 5:45 a.m. and the walk starts promptly at 6 a.m. Registration is only $30 for adults and $20 for children 13 and under. Come out and enjoy a high-energy atmosphere with music, giveaways, a light breakfast package, wellness supplements at special prices, and food sampling. And don't miss out. The first 100 participants will receive exclusive walk packages. Make your steps count. Make your presence matter. Call for it 67000 or email us at slala.slu@gmail.com to register.
Celebrate mom with something she'll love every single day. That's right. Treat mom to more this Mother's Day with Massey Stores Home. This month, for every $500 spent in cash or higher purchase, you can enter for a chance to win amazing gifts for mom. We're giving away 2 Statement Washer Dryer combos, plus a Mother's Day bundle featuring a Heine blender, multi-cooker, and steam cleaner. So go ahead, surprise mom with something special this year. Shop now at any of our convenient locations, Baywalk, Boulevard, Latany, and inside Mega for a chance to win. Offer ends May 31st. Terms and conditions apply. Follow us at Massey Stores Home SLU for more details.
Imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at that Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sister, provide funding. Plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living the St. Lucian dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
When you want to go for a drive, hit the road and go where you like. Drive smoother, drive longer, drive better, drive cleaner. Get boobies, get going, get boobies, get going, get boobies, get going, get boobies, get going.
Rubus, fueling the Caribbean for 15 years.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos, eh? Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos? My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsissimos?
Boy, that Simos makes me score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsissimos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsissimos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsissimos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsissimos, you know what they say.
At Sagicor, our story was built by people, neighbors helping neighbors, standing side by side with those who trust us to protect what matters most and help build our communities, being there when needed most. Across borders, across generations, still growing, still giving, still just getting started. After 185 years, Sagicor.
This cannot be happening right now. My interview's in 20 minutes.
Julia had one job, get there. But it looks like her battery life was low. And now, instead of sealing the deal at her future dream job, she's going to be stuck working in a 2x4 sized cubicle next to Tanya, who talks too much, and Stinky Fit Steve indefinitely. Don't be like Julia. Make sure you get where you need to with the all-new Maximo battery. Available island-wide at all automotive art stores and leading gas stations and part shops. The all-new Maximo battery now comes with an up to 2-year full replacement warranty for installation and free maintenance check at Automotive Art. The all-new Maximo battery. Get there.
You thought it was a one-time thing? Well, Soca Stars is back again! The hottest stage for up-and-coming Soca Stars with live vibes, pure energy, and fans to turn up the heat! Soca Stars, get ready! The grand prize is $5,000 cash and a $10,000 production package! Register now to compete! Sign up early at peterbear.com or come in early at the venue. This is your shot at stardom.
Feel the vibes, embody the spirit. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Right, we're back.
Excitement in the studio, excitement non-stop in the studio. Vibes and peacock and innuendo like crazy in the studio. All artists come through. Kitina,
yes,
remind my audience of all demographics, who you are, the artist you are. Give them a hook line of your big one.
Yes, I'm Kitina. This one had me in the finals in 2019. It's called Big Woman. Tonight you're on your own. I don't need you to be my man. Understand, boy, I don't need no man. Yes, I tell you, I am big woman. Broke up our home. Now I know that you're not no man. Understand, boy, I don't need no man. Yes, I tell you, I am big woman.
Nice vibe.
That was an old one.
Right, so run the verse and chorus one time from this year, her Calypso. Yeah, she back in Calypso.
But you just drive me insane. I cannot keep on waiting. And every day is the same. If you don't love me, let me go.
No need to tie me down no more. If you don't love me, let me go. I deserve better, that's for sure. Boy, you're just in my life, doing nothing, wasting my time. If you don't change your ways, guarantee there's no final time. High time you show me love. If you don't, I've made up my mind. I never do no crime, so why am I doing time? If you don't love me, let me go. No need to tie me down no more. If you don't love me, let me go. I deserve better, that's for sure. If you don't love me, let me go. No need to tie me down no more. If you don't love me, let me go. I deserve better, that's for sure. Let me go, let me go. You better go, go, go. Let me go, let me go. You better go, go. If you don't love me, let me go. If you don't love me, let me go. That's it.
We're going next. KB, what's up? KB? You have KB?
Yeah.
Right.
KB official. Yeah. No longer private. All right. Boom. Featuring Esther Blazing. You can me sit down in a no yard. Right now the place bad. Just give me rhythm, give me rum, and me glad. To wind up on the girl, them in a coward. Take out a rag, because the whole place, the whole town, in a juve party. When you see where, the whole place, the whole town, in a juve party, cry me. When you see where, call we disgusting. And we don't give a, call we disgusting. And we don't give a. Pull up, next one. Not yet, afraid.
Okay, we give one. The rest in the tent.
Yeah.
The rest in the tent.
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Come in, TC and Blaze, can push the vibe.
Yeah. Well, we on Saturday. We encourage folks again to come and support KPT. You know, the Art of Kaiso is our 5th season. 4 years, 5th season already. We can't believe we at that milestone. So it's a real celebration for us. It's a real party.
Blue and white
affair. You know.
Blue and white.
It's a blue and white affair.
The
Yeah.
famous blue and white.
Yeah.
All right, so Maureen, I know I see you in some nice blue dresses already. So
And also, I would like to shout out my business, Viral Rhythms. You will see this logo on about 40% of the songs for St. Lucia Carnival this year. And even Jordan English Island Girl are trending all over the place.
Barbados?
Yeah, I produced that song.
Okay.
Many songs.
Yeah, big up Viral Rhythms.
Yeah,
That's too big in Barbados, boy. Big.
We have Kaiso on the inside, soca on the outside. Yes?
Transition, no intermission.
No,
transition.
not gone if KPT. It's transition now. It's no intermission.
We want TC to stay with us, stay right through with us.
Yeah.
TC, you still with the big writer, Truscott Augustine?
Truscott is there. We did some nice work this year. Again, I'm excited about the...
There are problem with language in St. Lucia. You know that problem at all? Language.
Well, actually, I have a thing they call English teacher.
How I know that, boy, Blaze?
Boy, I don't know. That man, he have his connection. We could probably drop a verse and chorus on that.
No, let them come, TC.
Let them come Saturday. All right. Yeah.
You understand, Blaze? About Calypso, I wouldn't release my Calypso first.
Yeah, you need the surprise. The surprise is good.
It's a big tune. TC and Suku come to a big material. The on come and hey, you know?
Yeah. So Saturday, we encourage you to come to the Cultural Center, 8 p.m. So we have juniors on as well. We always like to showcase the juniors. So it's a real celebration, and one of the best Kaiso bands you could find on island. Invasion band under the directorship of Zari Xavier. With them again, our 5th season. That's our band. Mm-hmm. You know, so we super excited. So we want the people to come out. $25.
Yeah.
There's no way you could get a show for that quality for $25.
You know why? Keep people talking. Keep people talking. Keep people talking. Keep people talking. KPT.
Wow. Yeah. I like that jingle. I like that. Yeah, come to Sidel. Stay first. Stay there. Sidel.
Uncle.
You're the industry man. They say you're the marketing guru. All your artists, I must tell you, Shemi yesterday, they big you up on having the real handle on the marketing.
Oh, for true. Big up Shemi, man. Yeah, man. Respect.
You are the foremost in St. Lucia in releasing a tune. You have going crazy.
I'm gonna have a degree in that.
That's good.
Should be able to.
Yeah. NYU.
Nah, Medgar Evers.
Yeah, man. You didn't waste time in New York. Here waste time. Let me tell you. Sidel, where you at this season? You tell us where you at and where the industry at. Tell us.
Well, as you mentioned, I released Insane. I also released a song with HP called Bring Your Cooler, and as of recent, we started.
My godmother going mad, boy.
For true, Bring Your Cooler.
HYMC, eh?
Yeah. Well, the HYMC is the event. That's a cooler fete.
Right.
The name of the song is Bring Your Cooler, but consider it the theme song for HYMC.
What?
Yeah, man. Hold your morning cooler.
Imagine that boy, Mark. Hold your morning cooler.
Yeah. Last week.
HYMC. Hold your morning cooler.
Yeah, man. Last week, we teased the song, myself and Tally Boy, Bum Bum Whistle. I don't know if you heard that
Tally
one.
Boy have what already?
Yes, correct. So, Bum Bum Whistle doing a lot of damage already, and we haven't officially released it. And it's a Denry segment song, so a lot of people haven't heard me on a Denry segment song, and I felt like it was necessary for me to have some kind of contribution to the Denry segment genre. And I was in studio one day, Tali tell me, boy, I have a song there if you sound good on it. And we just put it down one time. And I'm happy to say that it's been doing very well. This year for me, I taken a different approach. Typically, I would have 8-9 releases. This year, I say I'm not doing that. I'm doing a solid 4-5 songs. Right. And that's it. Because I believe, based on my experience, releasing 8 night songs not making sense. Because when you get booked, they booking you for 15 minutes. That 15 minutes you have to sing songs from your catalog and your new songs. So having 8 songs in a season, you're probably not going to get the opportunity to perform all of these songs. So in a sense, it's a wasted. It is counterproductive. So I figure I release a solid 4 or 5 songs and just push these songs really hard. With Insane, I've been pushing it in a multitude of ways, not just relying on a music video to get the song out there, but doing other fringe content, I would say. I consider the music video as the anchor, and then there's other marketing initiatives I take to promote the song. You may have seen me with the You Hear My New Song Already, where I go on the street and I ask people if they heard a song.
You go in the food truck.
Correct. I was in the food truck, I was in Castries, on the beach, and there's more of that coming. And I believe in our present time as musicians, you have to be a marketer.
Yeah, you have to,
because a lot of songs may not even be that great, but because they're in your face a lot, they might go viral, and then it becomes something you would consider great. So that has been my focus. This actually is my first radio interview, and I've released since March. And that's actually something that is intentional. I intentionally did not come on radio because I really wanted to focus on the social media and then transition into radio. Because I feel like prior to jazz, nobody really listening to radio like that.
They're hearing you, but
they're hearing you, but they distracted still. So now is, I feel, the opportune time to come on the radio, but the momentum starts from the social media, particularly TikTok. TikTok is big. A lot of artists have not been utilizing TikTok a lot.
Yeah, pause here. 2 things quickly. One, I was amazed. I was aware of it, but people I speak to, from Alison Hines to current music, I ask people 30-something years, you know that song? Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Yeah,
that's big on TikTok.
Yeah,
that's
man.
where they follow the music.
Correct.
And often a hook, a hook, and they connect. That song by Vaughan that pushed the Rise Fetting Souffre, the big song. I mean, it's TikTok. All the people following it is TikTok. That's why I had an issue. TC was making noise the last 2 years about, they're not playing the Kaiso on the radio, and then now I see the Kaiso moving. You cannot depend. That's 1969 radio St. Lucia. You're depending on radio playing your song. No, there's so many other platforms now.
You give me links.
No. There's so many other platforms. Radio will drive it and the thing, but the platforms, even what the Tents are doing, not even a clip, a fella gets an encore in KPT. Put that, not even that was on Facebook. The encore from last time. The social media have to drive it.
Social media is an anchor, and then the DJs, they take note from social media. The DJs see what's popular on social media, that's what they play.
No, so repeat that, CDL, for the Kaiso, for the thing. Reverse.
The pattern is in reverse.
So before a DJ would take a song and he would popularize the song, that's not happening anymore.
No.
The DJs wait to see what the people gravitate to on social media, and then they play.
And then for the reality of the media too, a radio station don't exist anywhere in the world without social media.
Correct.
It's multimedia approach to a radio by itself.
It is.
That's where it's at now.
Yeah. So that's what we've been doing. I have one more coming, which would be my I guess my power song for the season. But so far things have been going good. I'm happy with where I'm at with my releases. I put in a lot of work, not just with the music, but with the events as well. We actually shot a mini movie to promote Transcend.
Good move, big move.
And premiered it at Caribbean Cinemas about 2 weeks ago, and that in itself was a lot. So now I've added movie producer to my resume. Yeah, man.
And
so big up.
Transcend going good?
Transcend is going good. Things going decent. This year is going to be, I think this year is going to be a different year from what we've known St. Lucia Carnival to be in the last 5 years. I think this year we're hearing a lot about Grenada and St. Vincent, and for the first time in a while, St. Lucia is not the talk of the town. Now that does not mean we're not going to have a good carnival. We may not have the most popular carnival this year, but I do believe we're going to have a good carnival. And I take it upon myself to, as an artist and an event producer, to ensure that my people feel the carnival. And I think a lot of the artists, they've been doing their job too. People last year were saying, boy, these songs coming out too late.
Not this year.
Songs have been coming out from January. And when I see people online say weather music, sometimes that I've seen it, Teddy. That offends me because it goes back to our previous conversation. Our people not consuming the music how they should.
No.
You understand? So they will find a Marshall song, they will find a song from Grenada, but some reason it's so hard for them to find a song from St. Lucia. Why is that? Why are they not tapped into what it is we are doing as St. Lucian artists?
Maybe it's the same point. The others using TikTok more. Maybe.
There might be truth to that, yes. But I do think, generally speaking, we're not into our artists like we're supposed to be. We need to be into our artists, and that doesn't mean the artists don't have work to do. The artists do have work to do, and I always have these conversations. We need to put ourselves out there, get creative with how we promoting our music. Gone are the days where you just do a music video and you expect the music video to do all the work for you. You have to do other things. You have to put media in their face consistently. So that's something that I'm working on, and I pride myself on that. I sit down with my team and we just think of things. That's what we do. Right. We sit down and say, how can we promote, whether it be the events or whether it be the music, what can we do? And one thing I will say, I have an amazing team. Big up my DTS team, big up my Inspire team. Teddy, we had a soft launch, I should say, of our marketing company, which is Inspire Creative Group. So Inspire Creative Group is the group behind all the marketing you see of my music and my events as well.
And we had a long conversation, a long debate, you and I on the phone, Dominica.
In Dominica, yeah. You know, because of that, I go viral in Dominica, Teddy.
You serious?
Yeah, boy, the Dominicans feel like I defended them. Right. And in a sense, I did. I just felt like...
You over-defended them.
Over-defended? Well, that's neither here or there. Just to give the people context, what he's referring to is a video I put out in Dominica, during Dominica Carnival. I found like a lot of St. Lucians were coming to Dominica and they were complaining. Every little thing is a complaint or a comparison. Oh, in St. Lucia, it's not like that. Yeah. And I understand it's a different place, but may say you go to a new place. The new place cannot be the same way, the same feel and vibe from where you came from.
And my point was to you then, defending what? Let the people speak. See, when they come here and they bash our carnival, I don't see you defending.
I don't see no. Yeah. Teddy, if anybody bash our carnival, I am there to defend.
Okay.
Especially if the criticism is constructive criticism, I'm always there to engage in a dialogue. I am a patriot and ambassador for our carnival through and through, Teddy. When you go to New York, before fellas even knew St. Lucia had a carnival, they know about St. Lucia Carnival through me because I constantly beating that in there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, man. So when I talk out of a place of love, and I talk because I want to push our culture forward. And I hate there's this underlying competition between Dominica and St. Lucia. I think that's nonsense. We saw alike. So my point in putting on that video was really to foster that collaboration and engage in having, cohesion between the two islands. And it's been happening. Big up Rio, big up all the Dominican artists that I cool with, Chilla G.
Dominica tourism embrace you too, though, eh?
Yeah, they might have to give me a piece of land.
I like the fact when he said, if you come to DA, you can't complain, you getting bouillon. But that's DA.
That's DA. And as a matter of fact, that's what we should be doing.
Even if you get bad food, don't complain. Eh?
You see on that bad food thing, go out yourself.
Run insane now, run insane. Let's see the guest.
I wanna turn down the lights, let me take it nice and slow.
You ought to sing it.
No worries tonight,
I tell her I'm a fool, they even make me sound bad on radio.
Alright, go do your thing.
I wanna turn down the lights, let me take it nice and slow. No worries tonight, baby, you start the show. When I look in at your eyes, my girl, I can't let go. The way you make me feel, I want the world to know. You got me going insane. Your love got me feeling insane. Oh, insane.
through all your events you're having and run through your vibe and then see you go any place events.
Well, all right. Well, KPT, we know KPT is on Saturday, but I always like to give the other 10 supply because, is the 10s that need the support. Friday again is South 10. Saturday is KPT. Sunday is TOT. We putting on it's our 5th season, and we're super excited about our 5th season. We added soca to our set, so inside is Kaiso, and we transitioning on the outside to soca. It's not gonna be a half stage. It's a full stage setup on the outside, and the soca artists will get the opportunity to present themselves. Big up our Popey and the CMMC for giving us all the support.
Right.
We don't know what we will do without the CMMC. And by the way, I come and talk to you again. All right. we need additional conversations.
TC Brown, you like the fellas outside KFC taxing you. Boy, let my boss man pass. Boy, boss man. Here you go. Boss man, I will take a 5 today.
Yeah, man.
Big you up first and then
big you up, make you feel yourself first. Yeah. It's a blue and white affair. So bring out something blue, bring out something white, and really come and have fun. Kaiso is one of the safest shows you could find in St. Lucia. And for those who've never been to a Kaiso show,
see the Pastro, man.
The experience, you need to come to a Kaiso show, experience a Kaiso show, and then you could tell me what you think about it. But don't just sit home and think it's this and think it's that.
By the way, my favorite
Come experience it for yourself.
My favorite song for last year came from KPT, yeah? Divine. Back up.
Yeah.
That's a big song.
Well, the power of Kaiso, and big up the jazz committee as well. It shows that they're listening.
Yes.
Because I personally cried for Kaiso to be featured on jazz.
You and your writer.
And Suko and myself, we think it was important, and it shows the power of Kaiso that they're listening to Kaiso. Because to see Kaiso featured on the opening of jazz was a special thing for me. Mm-hmm. I was in the audience. I felt super, super happy about that. And I hoping that could be a template moving forward for the art form. Big up RCI, big up your whole self. Maureen Beats, big up your whole self. It's your lad keep the carnival buzzing. So do what you gotta do. Yeah, Vaval Central, big them up. Nice KPT.
Vibe. Yeah. Thank you, TC. Run through your events for the year.
Yeah, man. We have
the pool party you have in that Harbour Club. What that? That pool party.
But even talk about Harbour Club. You see Harbour Club? Ever since Harbour Club do me that, I have never go Harbour Club again.
TC put out an ad for a pool party. When the owner see that, a quiz take them on. What? What?
Harbour Club.
Say, boy, one hot.
Teddy. Harbour Club does dirty, but anyway, we move. HYMC June 14th. That's the event to open up the carnival season. And that event is a first-time event. It's a collaboration between 4 promoters. Myself, DTS, we have Jam Time Promotion, Hollywood HP, and we have Certified Events. The reason we wanted to do this event and to do it at that particular time in the season is because we want to get people into the carnival mode early. And what better way to do that but to have a cooler fete? It's affordable at Point Seraphine by the St. Lucia sign.
Okay.
Tickets started at $80 steady. You're not getting no cooler fete for no carnival party for $80.
What date again?
It's June 14th. It's a sunrise cooler fete. So we start at 11:59 on June 14th, and we're going all the way to the morning.
What time?
I just tell you.
What time in the morning?
What time in the morning? About 7 or 8 o'clock.
Right, yeah.
But again,
you're doing well, and you're doing well, people.
Yeah, man. People have been asking for tickets a lot. We put out promo there. We have promo that's gone viral. And again, we really want to appeal to the people to come out, because we hear it all the time. All the events is for the foreigners. Right. This is an event specifically for our locals, and it is affordable. Like I said, right now the tickets are $120. You get to bring your cooler for $120, and you get to get into the carnival spirit right away.
So early bird done?
Early bird done, Teddy. We might do some giveaways. Maybe we might give away 2 tickets. Yeah, man. Yeah. After HYMC, we go to Transcend, of course. That's July 14th. This year is our final crew clash. Like we mentioned earlier, we had a mini movie premiered at Caribbean Cinemas to promote the fact that this year is the last year we're doing the Cruise and the Colors. You know about the Cruise and the Colors, right, Teddy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next year we're gonna be transitioning. This is not the last transcend. We're just transitioning into a different theme next year.
Right.
So this is just the culmination of the Cruise and the Colors. So get your tickets. We have tickets at the Cell, tickets online at Eventbrite, and also with our DTS team members. And of course, we have GOB Boat Ride, which has now evolved to GOB Boat Ride and Beach Party.
What beach?
We go into a private beach in Grosile.
What?
By Pisces Bar.
Oh, right.
You know where Pisces Bar is?
Yeah.
You know everywhere, Teddy. Okay. So we have a boat ride, the boat going out, and then the boat comes back by DR. Correct. You know everybody. Big up DR and Nikki. Yeah, man. So the boat goes out to as far as Marigot, comes back to the Grosile Beach, and where we're going to have a setup, we're going to have a party there. We found in the past that a lot of people have not been able to get on the boat ride because of limited capacity.
Big boat ride, diaspora.
Yeah, correct. So we've now opened it so people can enjoy it in some form. Whether even if you don't make the boat, you can still buy a beach only ticket.
What's the dress code for that?
Dress code is we have a blue. The color is blue, but the dress code is boat ride dress code. Also, before I leave, I definitely want to thank everybody who's been supporting the music. Like I said, I've been going hard with the music. Released my first song in March, which is insane. Big up Edwin Yewood for clearing that sample again. We have Bring Your Cooler with Hollywood HP, and we're releasing officially my first Denry segment with Tally Boy on Friday. So again, the name of the song is Bum Bum Whistle, produced by Bad Sound. It's doing very well. Teddy, I surprised you to see all leaders whining on my status.
Yeah.
You see it? Of course you see it. You see everything. You see everything.
I comment it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So big up everybody who's been supporting. Big up my DTS team. Big up my Inspire team. We have a lot more coming for the Carnival season. And again, I appeal to all the stakeholders, from the Carnival bands to promoters to artists. It is our duty, our responsibility to ensure that we make St. Lucia Carnival great, bring the vibe to the people, and ensure that we have a successful, enjoyable, and a safe Carnival 2026.
Well said. Solid stuff, CJ. Yeah, really appreciate it. Claude Paul, Mark Louis, thank you. Marine, big up yourself as we go tomorrow again, 8 o'clock on the ball, Vaval Central, the Pulsar Carnival, the ultimate show. Thanks for making it your first interview.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We're back! Vaval Central! Music are happening! Interviews and all aspects of Carnival! Vaval Central! Yeah! Vaval Central! 8 to 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday with Teddy Francis and Timothy. Vaval Central on the Caribbean Sound. Sponsored by the Carnival Planning and Management Committee, the Carnival Music Management Committee, Harris Bates, and Creamery Novelties. Vaval Central! Yeah!
Oh, I've got this feeling to high-five the sun, dance in the rain, and have my scoop of fun. I'm on my way to flavor my day with something new, and I've got room for you. Let loose and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties. Love life and live a little, get close and share a little, give in and taste a little. You'll fall in love with Creamery Novelties.
Enjoy Creamy Novelties ice cream, distributed by Ferrens Foods. Live a little.
Who's a little man with a lot to offer? He is the Harris Bates man, who sells the best for ladies in so many colors. He's a Harris Bates man. For a better pay and a better price, check the little man for some self-advice. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Bates. If you're raining inside, outside, you'll be satisfied when you use Harris Bates.
South Calypso tent with the Carnival Music Management Committee presents the advocates of the art form. Long live Kaiso. Grand launching Friday, May 22nd at the National Cultural Center. Showtime 8:30 p.m. Admission $25 at the door. Featuring 4-time Calypso monarch Minel, Taika Fontelio, Queen Yards, Teddy Boy, Lucian, Mahandra, Gamson, Diplomat, Sherlan, Boss Al, Newcomers, Kitty, Mighty Dashi, and more. MC Izai Hall, Backup Band, South All Stars. Tickets $25 at the door. Sponsors Blue Slick, Southern Taxi Association, Bounty Rum and Pierre Marcel, Peter Bear, Climax and Icy, Massey Stores, Caribbean Grains, Peter and Company Auto, Jason and Alton Mondesi, Forest Springs, Michelle's Electrical, and Lance Lay. This event is licensed by Echo. No unauthorized vendors allowed.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with the style